Capricorn. This is a general reading, Capricorn. So automatically this means that not everything that's mentioned in this reading. Hello, Ms. Raina Marie. Hello, Lisa Williams. Portia Williams. Nicole. Lamanda. Hey, Goddess Keys. Thank you for the positivity. Hey, Chadwick. Appreciate you. Capricorn, this reading is general. So this automatically means that not every single detail in this reading may be a fact to your story. Please don't make any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicsascensionstarot.com. Listen to the reading with discretion and discernment and with an open mind. Not everything may apply to you, but you might find some things in this reading that do apply. We're going to go over some delicate topics, Capricorn. If that's not your preference, go ahead and click off. Let's get it, Capricorn Nation. Let's see what might be going on for you over the next 7 days. Capricorns. Some of you, maybe there's something going on with your mother. Seems like Capricorns, you're very enlightened. And this is how people are seeing you. There's something that's coming up for you. This, whatever is coming up, okay, you're making a decision about something. This decision involves many steps. So you might there might be a few steps that you might need to take to get to the end of something that might be going on in your situation. It could possibly be going to the ocean. It seems like you have a lot of fear coming up. There could be some separations that could be coming up. You carry the torch of enlightenment within your heart. Let it shine. You're definitely the enlightened one in this situation, Capricorn. I feel like this has a lot to do with your purpose. I think that you're meant to be of service to people in that way, for sure. But let's see what's going on, Capricorn Nation. You might need to get some rest, Capricorn. Seems like something is disturbing your sleep. You might need to rest your mind, Capricorns, because it seems like there's a lot on it. Some of you Capricorns, it seems like you're prone to depression. So be careful of being in a depressive state. I think some of you Capricorns have air in your chart. It just seems like you're very pensive. You're thinking a lot. 2 of Cups is in the upright. Maybe you are thinking about a relationship, or maybe there's somebody that's thinking about you. Is this yeah. Some of you, this is a relationship with a child. You might have an issue with your child's father, maybe, or with your own parents is what this looks like. If you do have someone romantic in mind, it looks like somebody maybe doesn't want things to be over. Somebody, you're in separation from this person, very likely, Capricorn, and somebody is thinking about this as though they want to come home. You could have cohabitated with this person. They might live in a different place than you, but it seems like somebody is looking at you as comfort, and they're wanting to be near you is what this feels like. The only issue is if we're talking about a love relationship, I think that you're dealing with someone that likes to keep their emotional distance. They're not really trying to be committed. And I think that that's the issue that you have with someone. I think some of you have a family with someone, or this is quite frankly a family issue, since I see family members coming up so heavily in your reading. Some of you Capricorns could be thinking about separation. That might sound odd that I'm saying separation and then we have 2 of Cups on the table. Let me explain. I think I'm picking up to a storyline. Some of you Capricorns could be separating from someone, and then you could be soon reconciling with someone that you've already separated with, or you're going through this now. Others of you Capricorns, you're in a third-party situation. Not all of you, hear me clearly, but some of you might be. And there could be a separation within that third-party situation, and this could be someone returning in your situation. But again, just to make it clear, some of you, this is a family member that's returning, especially a Leo. Leo and earth signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are relevant in this situation. So somebody, I get a strong feeling, Capricorn, that somebody is coming back. There may have been a huge delay in this happening. And maybe you've decided, you know, I'm not going to wait around for this to happen. It might have been that type of situation. Or somebody feels like, you know what, I'm not going to wait around for Capricorn. You know, somebody may not expect you to come back, but possibly in the month of August, somebody could be coming around. Overall energy, emotional response. You may have responded to something emotionally. This feels like somebody had a drink. Maybe a bit too much to drink, Capricorn. Somebody could have been very emotional with their response or whatever. But somebody could have responded emotionally to something. Or for some of you, this is playing out this week due to an agreement. The issue is that you may feel, Capricorn, that somebody is not taking the time to understand how you might feel about something. You might feel like somebody is just too swept up in themselves. They're too self-absorbed to maybe stop and think about how somebody else might be feeling and maybe have enough empathy to understand where you're coming from. So it seems that somebody could possibly be starting an argument with you this week because maybe they don't know how to verbalize their feelings correctly. For some of you, this is a kid that's just very combative and unruly. Behind the scenes, what you may not know is that somebody's really hurt. So it seems like because somebody is very hurt, they may try to challenge you in some sort of way. See what I mean about family members? I think you have a fractured relationship with your own father, Capricorn. Even if it's not your father, it's a parental figure. It's a role model. For some of you, this has something to do with your own child. And that's the issue. Right beneath that is refusal to change. So this might be why somebody's taking their time to come back, Capricorn, a cross watcher. Somebody feels like, you know what, this is a waste of time. I don't think that this person is going to change. You have this Queen of Wands. So this is what I mean. This is her in the upright and this is her in the reverse. So Capricorn, this could be you possibly going to someone. This could be you, the Capricorn Sag. You could be on the cusp. Somebody feels like whatever they're about to say may fall on deaf ears. Bear with me, Capricorn. I'm trying to see where they're coming from with this. Okay, so is this an apology that they're bringing? Shadow is what I ended up picking up. Oh, you know what? I had channel messages for you. The song that's playing in my head came out in the year 2017. Maybe that was a particular, that might hold some relevance for you. Time to create. Okay, what are they bringing? What are they creating? Somebody's ready to talk. Oh, acceptance. I think this is you. I think you see the situation for what it is. Crossing energy, communicate and solve the conflict, speak out. Okay, so that feels like that's what somebody is coming to you to do. Shine love on fear. There might be a level of fear about saying what they need to say. That's hard for me to imagine that a Capricorn would have an issue saying what they need to say, especially if this has something to do with conflict. Not to say that all Capricorns, I'm not going to box everybody in the same category. It's just, if we're talking about stereotypes, Capricorn is not somebody that really holds back if there's something that they need to say. So if there, I'll put it this way, if there is a disagreement that you're having with someone, Capricorn, it feels like you're going to assess whether or not this is worth your time. So maybe perhaps this is you doing that assessment. Maybe you're thinking about this for a while. You might need some time to think, or maybe you have. It could even be this person that's been thinking about the entire situation. And maybe there's something about this that may change. But yeah, and if we're talking about parent and child situations, there is a child that is hurt over some sort of repetitive situation. Because whatever this is with a relationship, it just seems like it's very complicated. Like you can't seem to get a resolution to something. Like you're kind of stuck and you haven't talked about this. But something might be very freeing in you saying something, Capricorn. Maybe this is why somebody's starting an argument. I mentioned to you, something may be going on within somebody that you don't see. You don't know about this. This is going on beneath the surface. You may not be talking to the adult them, Capricorn. You might be talking to the wounded child within them. Because let's talk about it. There's some inner child issues. Somebody could possibly be challenging you or calling out the way that they're perceiving you as having flaws. They're being very judgmental, you might feel, Capricorn, or vice versa. Somebody's triggering some sort of insecurity. Stop breaking agreements. This definitely has something to do with parent-child situations. Well, there's more to it, but we're going to start there. Now, if this is not going on between you and your child, this feels like it is, though. Somebody, it seems like this is a parental figure that maybe doesn't step up, that maybe there's agreements between two parents, and there's somebody that is a bit of a flake, or you might perceive them as being that way, that they break agreements on a pretty consistent basis because you feel like they're focused on what is a priority to them rather than prioritizing their family or their real priorities. It seems like there's a disconnect there. If this is a parent-child situation, let's look into that. What is this stop breaking agreements about? Because let's talk about it. Somebody is really out there to try to prove you wrong. It has something to do with what someone is saying about someone. It's like somebody is going out of their way to prove to the other person that they're not how they're perceived to be. And let me make it clear. Somebody drinks a lot. And I think that somebody has an issue with that. What is this stop breaking agreements about? Spirit guides. I think your expectations about this are, yeah. Talked about that. Refusal to change, radical change. I think that this is, you're feeling that somebody might need to take a radical change. Like this is something that you might feel is pretty severe. It's pretty intense between you and this person. I think that you've come to see this. This is why acceptance comes out. Now I see the connection. You've already seen what you need to see. You've already accepted the situation the way that it is. So it seems like it's been this way for a while. This whole thing about somebody reaching out and there being a conversation or some sort of issue being confronted, it just seems like it hasn't been. And Capricorn, a cross-watcher, somebody might see you as emotionally detached. When truthfully, somebody is detaching because they don't want the stress, they don't want the drama, because it feels like you've been there with this person before. Endings, as though maybe something is done. You're putting an end to something. You're putting a stop to something, especially if this is a revolving issue. This is something that continues to happen again and again, Capricorn. You might feel betrayed by someone and then they come back as if nothing ever happened. And right now it seems like you're putting your foot down. But if you do decide to say something, trust and believe there's something that might need to be said. It might be in a very volcanic type of way where something could be erupted because somebody has possibly been holding something in for the longest time. I was saying somebody could have been holding back their emotions for the longest time, Capricorn, because like I said, this has been going on for a while. So whatever response you get, like I said, it might be in a big eruption. It might be, yeah, I'm going to just put it that way. It might be kind of volcanic. You might be someone that tends to kind of stuff your emotions, Capricorn, or there's a child that might feel like they're not in a position to really have the freedom to say what they really want to say in this particular situation. Okay, they may not feel like they have the freedom to say what they really want to say in a particular situation, but something might need to be said, comes right back out. Somebody wants the freedom. They want to be able to speak freely without there being so much judgment or finger pointing is what I feel that this is. Like, that's what this feels like to me. Like they want to say something. If this is a love relationship, I think it's pretty much similar. You got the same issues. I think you're tired of dealing with the same thing. The fact that they won't change. So I think you kind of given up on this, Capricorn, and I think you blocked this person. Like I said, there's somebody that's coming back. It's very likely an earth sign because spirit guides are making that very clear. They're saying there's something about an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn does not have to be their sun sign. It could be their moon, rising, or Venus, or just a dominant part of their personality. They're going to go out of their way to get your attention, Capricorn. Some of you have Aquarius in their chart. And somebody might want to heal this. I don't know how they're getting through okay, I do see it. I was like, well, how are they going to get through if you block them? They might go through somebody else to get in contact with you, Capricorn. Because it looks like other people might be involved. Maybe a friend. Capricorn, first house, Sun and Mercury. Nice to meet you, new subscriber. Hey, welcome. Psyche Awakens. I appreciate you. And they're blocked it. Yes, they will. Okay. All right. That's the thing. That's what somebody is doing. They're coming to seek union with you. Okay. Whether or not, like I said, this is a romantic situation. Somebody wants there to be some sort of togetherness. They want to erase the awkwardness between the two of you because it really does seem like somebody is really at this point in time kind of thinking about the memories that the two of you have had together. It might cause them to reminisce and go down memory lane. And it might cause them to feel like, okay, wow, I'm looking like a complete idiot out here, that sort of thing. Somebody is sitting with a lot of regrets, but they're still stubborn when they come back to the situation. And by the time they come back, Capricorn or Crosswatcher, somebody might be going through a lot. Or like I said, if it's not you or them that's going through a lot, there's somebody that's going through a lot. Some of you Capricorns or Crosswatchers, it's not me saying it, but you know, you could possibly be considering counseling to handle whatever this entire situation happens to be, because it really does feel like something goes deep. Reason being, as you guys are saying, there's layers to this whole thing about this shadow work. It doesn't feel like this is something that's on the surface. It feels like you're healing on a deep soul level. Like I said, if it is not you, it is somebody in your situation. And you might feel as though, Capricorn, you feel like you are not able to meet your match, your real, true equal in life. And it is because there is a block connected to that due to the fact that there is a deep healing process that may need to take place within, because it feels like there is a severe inner child wound, either within you or someone else, or this is like the glue that bonded the two of you together, is this whole situation about your upbringing. Sort of like a codependent situation. Some of you Capricorns, I mentioned to you, you're going through this. This is a revolving issue in your relationship, those of you who are in the thick of this right now, you feel like there's something that you can't seem to resolve, right? That's something that's blocking your relationship from moving forward. It has a lot to do with that healing. But in your situation in particular, it seems like somebody is maybe a bit dishonest. And Capricorn or cross watcher, whoever they're being dishonest with, is not as if like you can't detect that, because for some of you, you're dealing with a reader, you're dealing with someone who's very perceptive, somebody that kind of sees what's going on. And I think somebody's just kind of done. Like I said, they're accepting the situation, they're seeing it for what it is, and now somebody is like, I've seen enough, and off they go. But like I said, somebody feels the need, Capricorn, to prove you wrong. But truth be told, I feel like this is the case in a professional sense. Let's look at that, because I feel that that's where there's an issue this week. Capricorn or cross watcher. I don't know. Maybe your energy is a little bit low, Capricorn or cross watcher. Maybe you're not feeling well. I mentioned to you, some of you, maybe you're going through a depression. It just seems like you're surrounded by a lot of people. For some of you Capricorns. If you're not, then this is somebody that you're dealing with. Somebody's just really going through it. Or this is you not feeling like yourself because you just have a lot on your mind. You're just very stressed out. Yeah. But trust, if you're not arguing, somebody around you is. You might be looking for a creative outlet around this time, Capricorn or cross watcher. Some of you, you have a very you're musical. You have a musical talent. You're a musical genius. You might be a musical engineer. Maybe you're a producer of music. You have an aspiration to do such a thing. You sing, you write music, but there's just something about your creativity, Capricorn or cross watcher, that stands out. You might be deciding to get back into that, because it seems like some of you have lost yourself in this situation. Oh, you already know about this, Capricorn. About this whole situation that I'm explaining. Some of you Capricorns, like I said, you're going through this right now. You already know. And this might just be your confirmation to kind of figure out what to do about this. You have a Taurus that has entered your reading. Since we talked about for a brief second about stop breaking agreements, this feels like this is a lease or some sort of contract that is broken. Because it seems like you might be having an issue with a company, an organization. I don't know. Somebody's kind of territorial. I'm trying to see exactly what this is, Capricorn, because this is really odd. Now, you haven't not once, but twice. Maybe you're surrounded by a whole bunch of sharks. What is this? I think I already see it. It's going to sound weird for me to say this, but I'm going to say it regardless, because it's meant to be someone's confirmation. If it's not, just disregard, as odd as it may sound. I think somebody's hunting you down. I think you're being stalked. Maybe being taken off guard by something because you look kind of surprised. Capricorn. Okay, this is you. You're just kind of guarded. You have a lot of distrust for people. You have some uncertainty about maybe some people that are in your energy. What do they want? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are they surrounding you like this? Oh, this might not be bad, because I don't know. People are watching you from a distance. Some of you, it's not going to sound so strange because the distance watching could have something to do with social media. Maybe you're just very active on socials. But it just seems like there's more going on in this situation than I'm understanding. I think you're being stalked. I just haven't identified who these people are and what they want. Fire sign that's involved in this situation, especially while you're working. Yeah, you got to be on socials possibly. Unless, there's a lot of attention being drawn to you around this time, Capricorn. Why? What does somebody want? You afraid of something? Definitely giving me the energy of gang stalking. I mean, you see the cards, right? And you see Page of Swords, right? Something's going on in this situation. It's not just some random situation. It seems like there's like some sort of organized situation. Like this is being... King of Swords is in reverse. Why? Because you're the star. Okay, let me explain Capricorn, a cross watcher. Here's another person watching you. Like, I don't know why there's quite so many eyes on you, Capricorn. But like I said, I could have already explained that. You might work on social media. This is definitely you getting a lot more attention. The looks on these people's faces don't look happy, though. So I'm trying to see, like, maybe you just have a lot of nosy individuals around you. Yes. Come on, Capricorn. Can we ever have a light energy reading? Let's see, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on. I think this is in your work environment. You might have a level of distrust, a level of uncertainty having to do with people that are around you. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just you. Just period. Like you just have a very hard time just trusting people's intentions. Not to say that everybody's out for something, Capricorn, a cross watcher, that everybody's out to do you harm. That could possibly be your mentality, but maybe not. It just seems like there's more to the story when it comes to this. I said you're surrounded by a lot of snakes, especially if we're talking about professionally. It seems like Capricorn, a cross watcher, there's a lot of people that have the same goal. Their eyes are on the same prize. Because you are the star in this situation, Capricorn, a cross watcher. Meaning you're the one that's getting a lot of attention. I promise you, I don't want to spend time talking about this. Like I said, it's somebody's confirmation, so let's go there. Let's talk about it. There's some people that have a lot to say about you, Capricorn. Some of this obviously is negative. There's somebody in your midst, and it could have something to do with what I explained earlier. There's somebody that hurt you, somebody that you allowed to get close to you. They betrayed your trust in some sort of way. This could be why you're feeling guarded. But I think that you're seeing the snakes in the grass, especially when it comes to work. Because like I said, that's where it feels like there's a level of distrust. And it seems like that is where you're getting a lot of attention, either at work or because of what you do for work. I think that, never mind. Didn't I already pull a card that says you already know? You already know who this is. I don't think it comes as a surprise to you. I mentioned to you earlier, you're very perceptive. You do some sort of divination. You're very gifted when it comes to kind of picking up on people's energies. So I'll just say it this way, and I'm going to leave it alone unless there's something more that spirit guides want to bring out about it. I don't really want to spend too much time on the negativity. But just know that there's BS and there's a whole bunch of shenanigans that could be for some of you Capricorns, or it could even be the cross watchers that could be going on at work. It's like, I don't know why. Well, I think I already told you why. Here's another eyeball on you, Capricorn. You gotta be being stalked. There's just too many people just kind of surrounding you, kind of closing in on you. Your guys say you already know who this person is, Capricorn, a cross watcher. If you don't, then you're going to be able to see who this is. Somebody is trying to cause a whole bunch of chaos in your situation. For some of you Capricorns, a cross watchers. I don't understand why they're watching you other than the fact that you're getting a lot of attention. What's going on? I don't understand. And once again, okay, if I could have enough hands to hold up how many people are watching you, surrounding you. There's a whole bunch in your situation. And didn't I say somebody is creating a lot of chaos for you? Capricorn to cross watchers. For some of you, this is a Gemini. For some of you, this is somebody that's doing magic on your relationship to block what you have coming in. There's somebody, Capricorn, I don't know why. So I'm always wanting to know, why is this constantly happening for Capricorn? Why is somebody constantly coming for the jugular? What's going on with this whole stalking situation? Somebody is saying something to you about you. Trust and believe me. That's what's going on. Some root work. You see how she's holding the Bible? This is like conjure, root work, that sort of thing. Why? Well, I've already explained it. You're the star. If it's not at work, then it feels like you stand out in some sort of way, Capricorn, a cross watcher, and it just feels like somebody doesn't really like what you bring to the table. And these could be people that could be trying to get an emotional response out of you, especially if you're online. That's the issue. We're going back to that. You're somebody that speaks out, Capricorn. You're a truth teller, Capricorn. Somebody doesn't like the fact that maybe you're so vocal, Capricorn, a cross watcher. But I got this for Aquarius. Somebody's like watching and reporting back. I promise you it's going to sound strange what I'm saying. It's strange to kind of see it and say it, but it might make sense to you, Capricorn. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't make sense for you, it's likely not your story. So just completely disregard this if it's not you. He's got a hat that says press. Wow, the devil. I think I'm going to move on after this. We're going to talk about something else because the story continues to get thicker than we have this. Makes sense? There's layers to this story. It seems like whatever this is, it goes deep, and it might be deeper than something that you understand, Capricorn, a cross watcher. Maybe you're getting to the dentist, Capricorn. Maybe it's time to get some teeth filled, some cavities filled. You might be losing your teeth, Capricorn, or whatever. But whoever this is, they are the high priestess in your reading. I mentioned to you, and this might be more than one person. It just feels like Capricorn, a cross watcher. Truth is, I think somebody's trying to stop you from your purpose. Or somebody's trying to keep your mouth shut. I just got a flash in my head of somebody's mouth being wired shut. Silence is what I'm trying to say. Someone is trying to silence you from speaking out. In some situations, Capricorn, because somebody is trying to get an emotional response from you, it might be best not to. It just seems like your guys want you to use discernment and discretion when it comes to this situation. What am I seeing, spirit guides? I don't quite understand. Why is the devil here for the Capricorns? Of course, Capricorn has a lot to do. That does represent zodiac sign of Capricorn, but it feels like there's something more to this. Be mindful of your children, who they're around, Capricorn. It is not to elicit some sort of anxiety within you, but it is to alert you that for some of you, it might have something to do with someone that your kid is around. Because it looks like there's somebody that could be very impressionable in this reading, and somebody could be getting hoodwinked, especially a child. What is somebody trying to do? Somebody in your industry. You work in a very competitive, and somebody is trying to banish you. It could have something to do with technology. Like, for example, somebody could be tracking your movements online. Somebody's in jail, Capricorn. Or this is what I mean, like somebody is trying to imprison you. If this is not literal, then this is definitely figuratively. Somebody's trying to keep you bound and stuck. I just feel that it has something to do with your purpose. You got a legal situation. For some of you Capricorns or cross watchers, what is this about? I don't quite understand if the legal situation is connected. I think I do see the situation. So, I mean, are you getting into conflicts with someone? Because it looks like there's something that you need to say, and you might actually say this. See what I mean? You work in tarot. You work in astrology. You're going to see a reader about something, or someone that could possibly break some sort of hex that's being done in your situation. Not all of you have this situation, Capricorn. I mentioned I don't really want to spend too much time, but it's like, I don't know how to avoid talking about it because it's like kind of taking over your reading. Gossip. Okay, there's a lot. There's some things that are being said behind your back, Capricorn or cross watcher. That's why some of these people are watching. Some of these people actually like your message. They like what it is that you do, Capricorn. And for others of them, it just seems like this is, oh, goodness. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. And I think I already scratched the surface. Somebody trying to stop you from your purpose. And they're using technology to do so. What's going on with Capricorns and cross watchers, spirit guides? It's null and void. It doesn't even matter what they're doing. A light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. So even though you got these odd, weird situations that are going on, and some people that may have some speculations about you. Some of these speculations, Capricorn, the people are thinking that they have about you, like they think that they have you figured out. They may be way off. So some people might feel justified in doing what they're doing. And since this is something that could possibly be going on online, it seems like somebody could be picking you apart. Unless what I'm saying is a parent-child situation. Maybe you just had a parent that was just very hard on you. And now it feels like as a result, maybe you're kind of struggling with your appearance. Like I mentioned to you several times at this point, something connected to your shadow work. Somebody's triggering that. They're intentionally trying to get an emotional response out of you, or this is just period. Your guides are trying to lay out before you. What is it that you genuinely need to heal from, Capricorn? Because like I said, whatever this is blocking you from what you really want in life. For some of you, it's blocking you from genuine relationships because you're afraid of being hurt again. Because like I said, you've been backstabbed before. And it just seems like you're trying to avoid that. That's normal and natural. But it just seems like now something just has your guard way up. I think some of you, you have a legal situation. It has something to do with jail. Like I said, somebody's hurt you before. Jail. If this is you, Capricorn, and you're going through a legal situation, you're worried about jail time. It seems like somebody is avoiding jail time. Avoiding it, or you might somebody being sentenced, confined is what I saw. This kind of spirit guides are bringing me back to this. Somebody is in jail, possibly already. And this feels like this is even karma possibly playing out in a particular situation. Capricorn. What's going on with the legal situation for the Capricorns? Okay. That's with your work. Just very competitive. Like I said, there's people competing for the same thing. What's going on in the legal sense for Capricorn? Some of you Capricorns, you could be part of the LGBTQ community. Oh, come on. Okay. There are a lot of layers to the story. Okay, Capricorn. Revelation. Something's being revealed to you. I mentioned to you something is going on with a kid. They might be revealing to you something that might be going on in their situation, Capricorn, a cross watcher. They might be being stalked. They might be being bullied. Watch your step, Capricorn, because it looks like some of you could be kind of, maybe you're kind of like fumbling or whatever. There could be an injury. You could be injured. Somebody might stub their toe or whatever. Capricorn, a cross watcher. What's going on with you legally? There's a package that you could be considering. Why was my mouth about to say that? You could be receiving. Somebody is considering something. Because that was just odd how that came out. You could be receiving a package, a letter. That could be coming through this week, Capricorn. It seems like you were expecting this. Oh, yeah. Be expecting your child's father. Somebody's dad is coming through. Capricorn, if your child's father is not around, they haven't been or whatever, they might be coming into the picture pretty soon. Over the summer, you might see this person again, or it's your own father. You could be talking to your own dad maybe within the next 7 days. Maybe for some of you, this is not your child's father. You could be dating somebody that has a child. Your spirit guides are definitely around you, Capricorn, with whatever this is. We talked about that there is an angel that's at your side. Okay, so it seems like your spirit guides are on deck with anything that you need, especially if this is a financial situation, because it seems like that's what's been blocked for you. Maybe you've been trying to bite through this. It's been kind of difficult for you to maybe know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. You might be getting a break. There could be a loan that could be coming through for you. There could be some help that could be on the way. You might be using this toward a legal proceeding. Because whatever this is, let's return back there, because I didn't really have enough clues or enough context in the reading to kind of fill in the blank to see what might be going on with you in a legal sense. It looks like there are a few things, Capricorn. We have this situation where there's maybe a breach in contract. It could have something to do with your living situation. Now, because you might be living paycheck to paycheck, maybe it seems like you're able to get something paid, Capricorn, because it seems like there's some money that's coming through for you. Maybe your paycheck, it's a pay week for you or whatever. Or there's somebody that loans you money and it helps you to be able to tide you over for a minute, because trust, you have some money coming through. And it might just kind of appear on you, Capricorn, as random as that might sound. It might just kind of come in unexpectedly. That might be something that you're worried about. It might be money to handle a legal situation, because it definitely feels like you have so much that's going on in your situation, and it seems like maybe this has been something that's been lasting, like it's been going on for the longest. Something just caught my eye. You got this card that says revelation, and you have this card that says shock. Something that maybe somebody could be telling you, or something that you could be coming across. You might see something online, and that might be something that shocks you. It could even be something that might come in the mail that might shock you, or this is somebody giving you some sort of help, and it might come as a shock. This could be you bailing somebody out of jail, Capricorn, a cross watcher. I don't understand. I guess maybe I'm trying to look too much into this about how this legal situation happened. But for some of you, I think that the jail is not literal. It's what's going on in your head. You're so worried about the outcome of something, and it may actually work out in the end, Capricorn. Like I said, your spirit guides are definitely on deck. If there's something that you need, your angels are saying they're just one, kind of phone call away, basically, so to speak. There's an addiction in your situation. This could have something to do with why somebody is in jail. Seems like there could be the possession of something. Something could be found in someone's possession. Anyway, somebody's trying to get to the bottom of something. They want to know the truth. This could be why people are watching, trying to hear, overhear, or whatever, to get to the truth about something. You got some obstacles that are coming up, Capricorn, like we've talked about. It seems like you're going to be dealing with these things. And I think you're going to be dealing with them well. Like I said, you've been handling this you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders for the longest, Capricorn. And it seems like you're able to pull through, especially if this is you with single parenthood or whatever. But there's definitely an investigator, a judge. Something might need to be restored to order. And something is standing between you and the truth. This is why revelation comes out. The truth is seen about something. Something that's been concealed. It's been hidden. Other people might know about it, but you might be kept out of the loop. Capricorn, you're going to see what you need to see about something that you don't know about. That's what this is. You're like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, or I don't feel like I have all the pieces of the puzzle. You're going to be able to see something completely for the truth. With something that you're dealing with that has been a bit disappointing, or that's the issue. This whole thing about stop breaking agreements. It feels like there's somebody that's disappointing a child. But like I said, they may end up coming back around and trying to fix that. Maybe you're feeling a little bit under the weather. I did say maybe you're staying in bed. Maybe you have a headache. Maybe your energy is low. This is a legal situation. It seems like you're tired of dealing with this. It's been going on for a minute. It has something to do with someone's integrity or whatever. That's what I mean. Something is seen. If you don't see it for yourself, or there's not other people that see it, somebody's going to see something. And like I said, with this truth coming out, with something being revealed, somebody might be shocked to see this or whatever. With something that you're dealing with in your life, your guides are saying a new strategy is required. You may have reached, this card says endings, like you've reached the end of the road with something. And maybe you're trying to find your path with something that you're dealing with, especially if it has something to do with your home or whatever. You might find yourself at square one, Capricorn, feeling like you're having to start over. Like I said, you got some obstacles, but it seems like you're able to overcome these, okay? Trust and believe that, especially when it comes to work. I think this is where you're having victory and success in spite of the fact that there are people that are trying to block whatever it is that you're doing. And I think that there are going to be people that are going to have to sit back and kind of watch you succeed, Capricorn, a cross watcher, when they're trying to lead to your downfall. Let's make it clear that there's magic being done in this situation. I mentioned to you somebody's trying to cause chaos, and here it is confirmed in the deck. A new strategy is required for what? Love and happiness. Find the path to love and happiness. A new strategy is required. I mentioned to you, some of you Capricorns, you could be meeting somebody new. But like I said, your guard is way up because you've been hurt by somebody else in the past. Just be mindful of, your body language. Because it does look like maybe you might have felt like you've been lonely for a while. You feel like you're kind of down for the count when it comes to love. You're like, this is never going to happen for me. Capricorn, if this is something that you want, it seems like it's coming in for you. Possibly even followed up by a pregnancy. Some of you could be having a child. This whole thing about marriage and having a baby or building a family with someone. This is a yes, Capricorn. For some of you, that this is what you want. This is like something that you feel is a missing piece of your puzzle. But like I'm telling you, if this is, you're in the thick of this right now, no, that your spirit guide said you already know. Or there's something that you need to see for yourself. You need tangible proof, Capricorn, to make your decision. I pulled it before I put it back in the deck. There's a card that says seeing and revelation. You're going to see something for yourself, whatever it is that you need to see to help you to make a decision. I mentioned too, if you're pressed for funds or whatever, something about your situation may end up turning around. Or this could be your spirit guides because you're calling on them and asking them for help with something that you're dealing with. There could be some very helpful people that could be popping up in your situation. Like I mentioned, you've got some decisions to make, or there have been some things, some delays that have held up a decision that's being made. You could be waiting for an outside decision. And I get this for Gemini. I got this for Gemini. Some of you are dealing with Gemini. Some of you lost somebody. Somebody passed away. There could be the anniversary of somebody's passing that could be coming up. Okay. If you are in the midst of making a decision and you're like, I don't know what to do, your spirit guides are saying, Capricorn, it's a no. They're saying probably not. Whatever this happens to be, it might be a no. Or this is just what I saw at the beginning of the reading. You might be feeling that something is a no. You may want to approach someone, Capricorn, on something to maybe, like I said, get on better terms with someone. And you might feel that it's a no. It could not, it may not be. You'll never know unless you try, unless you decide that it. But like I said, somebody in this situation feels like it's like futile. It's a waste of time to maybe approach you. Somebody might feel like you're ready, like you've already released this person. Or for others of you, that's the advice from your guides is it's a no. It's time to release this situation. It just seems like something is keeping the relationship from advancing. And it might be that you might feel that you're just not compatible. Or there might be other people that might oppose your relationship. There might be some people that don't want you and this person together. Does somebody have a baby on you, Capricorn? That's what I feel. Some of you could be finding out about a pregnancy is what this feels like. If this is you looking for a home or whatever, Capricorn, a cross watcher, maybe that's what's pending. That's what I think this is. Maybe you are wanting to move, Capricorn, and maybe there's something that's hindering you from doing so. It could be something that's on your record. It could be a legal matter that's on your record. It could be a credit issue that's on your record, right? Because it looks like you've broken agreements before. If this is literal, what's going on, Capricorns, in this regard? Sucks when you have to be strategic to maintain happiness when people are trying to sabotage you when you're minding your own business. I heard that. Capricorn, a cross watcher, what's going on with this situation? I mentioned to you earlier, you do have some money coming through. This might give you the opportunity, Capricorn, to pay off some bills. Some of you Capricorns, it seems like there is a move coming up, and this is you worried. They're like, they're going to turn me down. It's going to be a no. Some of you are selling a home, by the way. But some of you, I think you're home searching. But I think that that's what this is. Your credit or something that's on your background is an issue. And it seems like there's some money that's coming through. If you can, Capricorn, kind of be strategic about where you're spending, or kind of like cut some corners. Maybe there are some things that maybe you're spending on and you might feel like these things are just kind of irrelevant. You might be deciding to shave some things off in preparation for a credit situation that's coming up, because it looks like you're applying for some sort of credit. You're going to the bank for something. Use your discernment. Somebody could be possibly trying to swindle you. Capricorn, a cross watcher, your eyes are wide open. Balance yourself. This seems like you are stressed out payday though. I talked to you about being very self-conscious. What does this have to do with anything though? Well, no, we talked about that. Wow. You're getting clarity about something. I think it's about you. I don't think it's just about your body issues or whatever, possible body issues. I think something is coming up. We're going full circle. We're coming back to this. It's not necessarily just about your body. I think this is you, mind, body, and spirit, your shadow. I mentioned to you earlier in the reading, you're peeling back the layers. Something's going to force you to deal with this. And like I said, it may require you to say something. You might be Capricorn. You're worried about somebody's response. Maybe so. Maybe somebody does want to say something, but they're worried about somebody's response to a situation. Whatever, like I said, you have a new strategy that's required. You're not sure what to do about this strategy, how to get from point A to point B. You're going to get that clarity coming up in this next 7 days about whatever the case happens to be. If this has something to do with people in your home that are affected, you're going to see the truth about something, because something is hidden. I think this is somebody trying to hide your light, trying to dim your shine, Capricorn or cross watcher. That's what I mean about somebody trying to block your purpose, which they're not able to do. Pray. Maybe this is what you might be doing a lot of this week. If even you may not believe in a higher power, Capricorn, but you might be doing this in your own way. Whatever that way that happens to be, apologize. It seems like you could possibly be waiting for an apology, not necessarily like waiting idly for an apology, but obviously you feel that you've been done wrong in a particular situation. Maybe you're expecting somebody to be a bit human and come to you to apologize. It seems like maybe that's what somebody's trying to do. I don't know. It's just up to you, Capricorn or cross watcher. It looks like there's just been an immense amount. Soon as I pick up the deck, yeah, there may have been an immense amount of damage that has already been done. Like I said, if it matters to you, and if it is not you that's on the receiving end of this apology, Capricorn, it could be you. It could have been you that could have acted out of character, possibly. Maybe there's something that you said when you were upset. Your shadow may have been the one that responded in a particular situation. There may be a need for an apology. It doesn't feel like, Capricorn, that the apology fixes everything, but it may be a start. I mentioned to you, here is the confirmation. Somebody's trying to stop your purpose. You may not be clear, Capricorn or cross watcher, what your purpose is. I mentioned to you, you're going to be seeing it. Some of you, Capricorn, you already know what your purpose is. You're like, I'm not going to go that way. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do any such a thing. Something might bring you full circle to bring you back to your purpose coming up over the next 7 days. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for the Capricorn nation? Because it seems like that's what you're meant to be doing work-wise. And I think this is what maybe you don't see about yourself, Capricorn or cross watcher. Here's this whole thing about this insecurity thing, about feeling self-conscious. You're hiding yourself. or this is a child that might struggle to feel special because of this whole childhood wound. Yeah. Let me just talk about this real quick, Capricorn, because it looks like in the comments before there have been people that try to, what am I trying to say? Like, shame people for the healing process. Even when people trying to size me up and be like, you know what, I see this about you, or I see that about you. You're taking too long to heal, or you shouldn't be, whatever the case happens to be. Yeah, that sort of thing is what I'm trying to bring out. Now, nobody can dictate to you how long of a process it may take for you to heal from something. This isn't something that your guys want you to skimp on, Capricorn, or crosswatcher. This isn't something that you can rush through. They're saying that there are layers to this. This may be something that goes deep, Capricorn, a crosswatcher. And if, like I said, it's not you, then it may be somebody around you. You could be giving them some sort of encouragement or confidence boost. But I think that this, for some of you, for someone, if it registers for you, that someone is trying to stop you from your purpose, it feels like it's because you're special, you're unique. And people might feel very uncomfortable about that. Random, there's something that I see in your reading. Some of you, you might have a child that might learn a little bit slower than the other children. You have a special needs child, Capricorn, a crosswatcher. Soul family. Somebody's coming in from your soul family. I mentioned to you, here's the confirmation. Somebody's helping you out with something. You could be helping somebody out with something, Capricorn. See, somebody is afraid to say something, Capricorn, a crosswatcher. They're in fear about this. But somebody feels led to clean up their mess. Capricorn, a crosswatcher. Something such as this might be playing out over the next 7 days. Holy Spirit, let's pull the advice. Ooh, just as a random pull. Accountability. You want somebody to be accountable for their actions, Capricorn, a crosswatcher. Or somebody is looking at you this way. There's like, be accountable for your choices. Apologize. As I said, it just seems like somebody wants somebody to be human. Like, it may not be so much about the apology, because it's going to be contingent upon the individual about whether or not they accept this apology, and then whether or not they decide to let their guard down after their expectations have been kind of dashed, you know. The advice, Holy Spirit, for the Capricorn nation or crosswatchers. Soul power. Always remember you are a soul that comes with a body, not a body with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. I mentioned to you. Whatever this is, it seems like your guides are saying you might need to come to center and find this within yourself. It seems like you've forgotten who you really are at your core, Capricorn or crosswatcher. Maybe because of circumstances, maybe because of people, you know, just because of the energy in your cards. The only reason I say that, it feels like you've lost yourself for a minute and you've forgotten who you are because your shadow has taken over. Your guides are saying, remember who you are, Capricorn. Find your center, because it seems like something has you a bit off balance. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time that is deep. Whatever is, we talked about that at the top of the reading. Something is blocking you. You're blocked from something. And they're saying, look at what's going on within. Whatever is going on within you, just as I just literally mentioned to you, something's going on. Your guys are saying, look within, Capricorn. This might be a clue as to why certain things are manifesting outside of you. You're not responsible for every single thing that manifests, you know, but for some of these things, especially recurring situations, repeated sort of things, that clarity comes in this week. You're able to connect the dots, but you got to find your center. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? That's the thing. If this has nothing to do with what's going on external from you, this whole accountability thing, then this is you being accountable to yourself for what's going on inside of you. And to really sit with yourself and peel back the layers. You may be very surprised at what might be blocking you. What part of your shadow self is blocking you? Dream talk. Your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. Definitely feels like the spirit world is going out of their way, Capricorn or cross watcher, to guide you if you're open to this. And if you can kind of balance yourself out, it seems like this might be a very eye-opening week for you. Serenity. You have a lot of animals around you, Capricorn or cross watcher. Maybe you're an avid pet lover or whatever. You're missing a pet. Maybe you have a pet that passed or was lost or whatever. And that might be what you're thinking about. The most important relationship you have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. This sums up everything that we've been talking about. Things from your past have been creating a blockage, which you have the power and the ability to remove as soon as you are able to make that connection and see it. And like I said, maybe that's something that's been eluding you. And now this week, it seems like you're able to see that for yourself. It was just required for you to be patient to see what you needed to see. Some of you are retiring or you're resigning from your job, by the way, and maybe deciding to work from home. Maybe even just for the week, maybe you might feel that you need like a mental health day off or a couple of days off from your job to maybe kind of rethink some things in your life and maybe get some guidance. Or Capricorn, you could be the guide in this situation because it looks like you do have a higher calling and you might have Leo in your chart, or there's an important Leo that might be coming in for you over the next 7 days. With that, Capricorn Nation, this concludes your next 7 days forecast. You might hear some snoring in the background. That is my pit bull. She's snoring right now. This concludes your next 7 days forecast. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by going to my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. Thank you, Capricorn Nation and Cross Watchers, for deciding to tune in this week. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week, Capricorn Nation. I'll see y'all in the next one.